I'm here with you, Arifa Muzaffar. This is 7:70 a.m. your own frequency, and I know at this point of time we welcome you to our show. And as I'm letting you know for last few minutes that today we will have a wonderful guest here with us. That is. Honourable Leader of the Opposition, Pierre Poilievre, will be with us any minute. So, our main guest is here with us at the moment. Thank you very kindly for joining us.
But the thing is that when you said the real guest and you were looking at me, so I thought you were talking about me.
No, I am talking about one of the best person who can change the fate of Canadians. That's
we are talking about, of course, the Honourable Pierre Poilievre, Leader of Canada's Common Sense Conservative Party and official opposition. This is your host, Abdul Majid, with you, and of course, Arfaji, you just heard. Arfaji is with us. And first of all, we want to welcome Honourable Pierre Poilievre. Pierre, how are you doing, sir?
Great to be with you, my friend. Thank you for having me.
You know what? Job-killing tax on healthcare. You've been talking about job-killing tax on healthcare, homes, farms, and small businesses. We have a vast majority of the people are listening right here, right now to you, and they are very much interested in talking about what you're talking, because things are not as rosy as it portrays to be. Pierre, what is your statement about all this?
Look, after 9 years of Trudeau, everything is broken. Life costs more, work doesn't pay, housing costs have doubled, crime, chaos, drugs, and disorder are common in our streets, and he's not worth the cost. And now he plans a job-killing tax on healthcare, home building, farmers, and small business. Can you imagine anything more wacko than taxing home building in a housing crisis, taxing doctors away in a healthcare shortage, taxing farmers in a food crisis, and taxing small business in an economic crisis? It is wackonomics. And that's why common sense conservatives are against Trudeau's latest tax hike.
Very good word. I got a new word. Rather than economics, it's a veconomics. Thank you very kindly. Now, my question is, when I understand, I'm in the simple words I would like to say, when I look outside, I see income disparity. Rich is becoming richer and poor is becoming poorer. People are not having jobs, and there are many people who are leaving Canada and going and settling in America. We already have health crises here in the hospitals, long lineups. Now, after this tax, 67% gain tax, what would you say? Because doctors, other than medicine, the only thing what they invest is the real estate. 67% gain tax. That is little too much. What would you say about it?
It's crazy. Look, doctors don't have to stay in Canada. I mean, we can wag our fingers at the doctors all we want and say you're making too much money. Well, they can go to the United States and pay half the tax, half the housing cost, and make American dollars that are worth 40% more, and have sunshine for 12 months of the year, and leave the rest of us without a doctor back here in Canada. So when Trudeau hikes taxes on medical for professionals, he threatens your family doctor. It means that you could end up losing that doctor, that surgeon you need to perform life-saving cancer surgery on you. And I think that's very destructive, especially given that wait times are up 50% under Trudeau, and we have 6 million Canadians without a family doctor. So I'm against the latest Trudeau tax on healthcare, and it's time to cut taxes. If we think that some people are paying too much and others too little, let's cut taxes on all the people who are paying too much. Let's lower the tax burden on workers if we think workers don't have enough money in their pocket, rather than trying to raise taxes on small businesses and farmers and home builders and doctors.
Thank you very kindly, sir. My question is, once you said cut taxes, cut taxes, cut taxes, I remember you used to say cut carbon tax. Rather than cutting, they increase the carbon tax. And I believe if they cut the carbon tax, government, rather than giving money to the people, if they spend the same money in cutting the carbon tax, that can help a lot to lower the prices of
Yes.
food. Would you mind to elaborate it and explain it to us?
So the carbon tax is a job-killing inflationary tax that drives up the cost of everything. Fuel at the pump and at your home heating, but it also drives up things indirectly. Your food becomes more expensive because they're taxing the energy farmers use, and those farmers have to pass the cost on. We now learn that not only that, but it destroys $25 billion of our GDP this year alone. By the end of this decade, it will be destroying $30 billion a year. That works out to almost $2,000 per year in economic costs for every family in Canada. So think of can your family afford an extra $2,000 in lower wages and higher consumer prices as a result of this tax? Of course not. So that's why I want to axe the tax and cut income tax so that people pay less and bring home more.
Thank you very kindly. On one side, the government says there are statistics which show that very many children, they go to school without the breakfast. This means people have problems. There is a real problem, and government have to resolve it. One thing, Honourable Pierre Poilievre, Leader of Opposition, with me, I would like to ask about, there are certain statistics out there. Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development has about said something about or written something about. Would you mind to explain that? OECD, Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, according to its statistics, where our inflation and economic growth is heading to?
OECD calculates Canada will have the worst economic growth of all its 40 countries this decade and for the next 3 decades.
Wow.
The worst. Dead last. And this is the obvious result of Justin Trudeau's tax, borrow, spend, and block economic activity. He's built monstrous bureaucracies that are blocking home building, mines, factories, and other economic growth. He's raised taxes on the people who pay the bills in this country, small businesses and workers, and he's drowning us in debt, which drives up the cost of living and drives down economic activity. And that's why we have the worst. We can't blame the global factors when we're dead last, and we are dead last. We also have the worst housing price inflation in all of the G7, and the second worst in all of the 40 OECD countries. It really is the worst. And if you want to learn more about this, I produced a documentary called Economic Vandalism that came out this week. Economic Vandalism, type it into YouTube, Economic Vandalism, and tell me what you think.
Pierre, okay, away from the economy, the common person like me are facing the effects of crimes in this country. And especially we are living in GTA, so a lot of car theft, and not only car theft, but the crimes itself is on a hike. What do you have to, or what you do differently, what this government is not doing?
Lock up the criminals and secure the ports.
That's
very
good.
simple. We have a very small number of criminals in Canada, but they do a lot of crime. For example, we have 40 people in Vancouver were arrested 6,000 times in 1 year. 40 people arrested 6,000 times.
Wow.
Well, you say, well, why were they let out? Because they're out on bail under Trudeau's Bill C-75. They're released within hours of their arrest to reoffend again and again. Sometimes they can be arrested 3 times in a single day. So my common sense plan would repeal the catch and release system and require jail, not bail, to keep the criminals behind bars when they reoffend. We're also going to secure the ports by scanning the shipping containers and inspecting the freight. Right now, 99% of containers that come in and go out are uninspected, so our drugs and guns are coming in and our stolen cars are going out. By inspecting those containers and piercing into them with vision-powered scanners, we can stop those stolen and illegal goods from moving in and out of our country. That's a common sense plan to stop the crime.
Thank you very kindly. This is Leader of the Opposition, Pierre Poilievre, with us on the airwave. Now, my question is, we are very blessed to be here in Canada, and with the opposition, it works parallel to the government. Opposition has shadow ministers. Now, once you come in and this real change happens, what do you think? Because there was COVID, inflation, wars. What do you expect, or what the Canadians will expect Pierre to do in first 100 days?
Axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, and stop the crime. We will axe the carbon tax. We will build the homes by immediately passing laws that require municipalities free up land, speed up permits, and cut home building taxes to permit 15% more home building per year. We will fix the budget by capping government spending and cutting waste to bring down debt, inflation, interest rates, and income tax. And we will stop the crime with jail, not bail, for repeat offenders, with treatment, not free drugs for addicts, and with stronger borders rather than bans on law-abiding firearms owners. That will allow us to do the four big priorities: axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, stop the crime.
What about affordable housing? What do you have planned for affordable housing?
Well, we have to remove the gatekeepers that block home building. Right now, Canada has the fewest homes per capita of any country in the G7, even though we have the most land to build on. Why do we have so few homes? The answer is that we have the worst bureaucracy, the second slowest building permits in the OECD, and the slowest in the G7. 1/3 of all of the cost of a new home built in Ontario today is government. Taxes, delays, charges, consultants, lawyers that you need to go through to build the home. So when you buy a brand new home, chances are more of the money you pay will go to bureaucrats than it will to plumbers, electricians, and carpenters who actually built it. So I'm going to require local governments remove these bureaucratic gatekeepers and cut the taxes to build the home. So here is how I will do it. I will require they free up land, speed up permits, and cut building taxes so that builders can build and Canadians a roof overhead.
Thank you very much. I do have the Honourable Pierre Poilievre, Leader of Canada's. It's a wonderful thing what I came to know. Leader of Canada's Common Sense Conservative Party, and of course, official opposition. I think it's so kind and so nice of you that you directly came up on the air to communicate directly with the people. So this is the first-hand knowledge by our leader that what he can deliver in first 100 days. Thank you very much for giving importance to the community and communicating directly with them. I definitely thank you for acknowledging my wonderful person, that is Brother Ishaq, who is always there for the betterment of community. And of course, he is a bridge between the community and the people like yourself, where you listen to their concerns and you took time to directly connect to them during this hour. Thank you very kindly. Anything towards the end what you would like to add on?
Thank you, Arifa. We also need to have a Blue Seal professional standard so immigrant doctors, nurses, architects, engineers can quickly take a test, pass it, and get licensed to work in their professions with a recognized nationwide licensing system. And that will be one of my major when I become Prime Minister. Let's bring it home.
Inshallah, inshallah, and of course
Inshallah.
there are times
Inshallah.
we need a change, and he's directly communicating with you, my listeners.
Eid Mubarak. Eid
I
Mubarak.
love
Mubarak.
you.
Thank
Eid
you so
Mubarak
much.
to you. Thank
Thank
you very kindly. Our leader, of course, Honourable Pierre Poilievre, leader of Canada's Common Sense Conservative.
I would like to, on the air, I would like to thank Pierre for inviting us to Ottawa, and wonderful party.
But you
And
know what? I would like
we
to
just
thank.
happened to, of course, we met Anna there.
No.
And,
You just say you just met. I think there are people, when we sit beside them, when we look at them, when they are our mentors, the energy what Anna has and the positive vibes what Anna has, that's great.
We're talking about,
And
of
our
course,
leader,
Pierre
of
Poilievre's
course.
wife.
Thank you very
Thank you
kindly,
so much.
sir, and Eid Mubarak to you as well. Thank you.
Eid Mubarak. Many blessings.
God
Bye
bless.
now.
Many blessings. Thank you very kindly for being with us.